Cardi, you wild, bro. Like, yo, Cardi B, you got to give it at least like 7 days before you pop out back with a name. Like, you got to give it a grace period, like 7 days.
Cardi B just did the only thing critics said she would never stop doing. After years of public heartbreak, cheating scandals, toxic relationships, emotional breakdowns, and non-stop internet humiliation, Cardi B still ended up running right back toward another man social media is calling a successful Pookie. And honestly, the internet is going absolutely crazy over it. Because the moment Cardi popped back out smiling beside Stefon Diggs after all the lawsuits, cheating rumors, public embarrassment, and relationship chaos, people instantly started asking one brutal question. Did Cardi B just prove that toxic men always win in the end? Now social media is completely divided. Some fans believe Cardi deserves happiness no matter who she dates. Others think this entire situation exposed a much darker truth about modern dating culture, celebrity relationships, and why certain women allegedly keep choosing emotionally chaotic men over stable ones. And trust me, things got much uglier once relationship creators, bloggers, and podcast hosts started comparing Stefon Diggs to Offset. Because according to critics online, Cardi didn't escape toxicity at all. She just upgraded to a richer version of the same type of man. That's why clips are now going viral accusing Cardi of being addicted to Pookie energy, men who bring excitement, drama, chaos, emotional highs, and public mess instead of stability. And once people started connecting Cardi's relationship choices to bigger conversations about dating culture, leverage, loyalty, and emotional self-destruction, the internet completely lost its mind. Especially after Stefon's old lawsuits, cheating allegations, and wild party stories resurfaced again right when Cardi publicly reunited with him. One viral tweet said, "She left Offset just to date NFL Offset." That line exploded overnight. And honestly, that may have been the exact moment this stopped being ordinary celebrity gossip and became one of the most controversial relationship debates on the internet right now. Because once we break down Cardi's history with toxic men, why critics believe she keeps repeating the same emotional cycle, how Stefon Diggs became the symbol of successful Pookie culture, and why social media thinks stable men never really had a chance with Cardi in the first place, you'll understand why this entire situation has the internet fighting like crazy right now. For years, Cardi B's love life has looked less like a celebrity romance story, and more like emotional survival in public. Cheating scandals, breakup rumors, live stream arguments, public humiliation, cryptic posts, emotional interviews. And somehow, every single time people thought she finally learned her lesson, another chaotic man entered the picture. That's why the internet exploded the second Cardi publicly reunited with Stefon Diggs. Because according to critics online, this wasn't a fresh start at all. It was the same emotional cycle happening again with a different face. Only this time, the man happened to be richer, smoother, and more polished publicly than Offset. But according to social media, still a Pookie. And honestly, that word became the center of the entire controversy. Because over the last few years, Pookie stopped meaning just a broke street guy online. Now it describes a type of man. Emotionally chaotic, unfaithful, addictive personality, exciting, unpredictable, good at making women feel intense emotional highs, but terrible at providing peace long term. And once people started labeling Stefon Diggs as a successful Pookie, the internet completely lost its mind. Especially after old allegations surrounding Stefon resurfaced again. The lawsuits, the cheating rumors, the wild party stories, the former chef controversy, the gossip involving multiple women. Even rumors involving male lawsuits started trending again online. And despite all of that, Cardi still popped back out smiling beside him publicly. That's why critics became ruthless. One viral tweet said, "Cardi escaped Offset just to date premium Offset." That line spread everywhere. Because to many viewers, the similarities looked impossible to ignore. Offset, emotionally chaotic, cheating rumors, public drama, flashy lifestyle, intense chemistry, Stefan, cheating allegations, wild reputation, party lifestyle, emotional excitement, non-stop controversy. The internet immediately connected the dots. And once relationship creators entered the conversation, things became much more controversial. Because now people weren't only discussing Cardi specifically anymore. They were debating modern dating culture itself. Why some women repeatedly choose emotionally unstable men. Why boring stability often loses to excitement. Why chaos becomes addictive emotionally. And why some people mistake emotional intensity for real love. That debate exploded across TikTok and YouTube instantly. One creator dramatically said, "Women say they want peace until peace actually shows up." That clip gained millions of views overnight. Especially after people started asking an uncomfortable question. Did Cardi ever really want stability? Because according to critics online, Cardi had opportunities to date calmer, more grounded men years ago. But instead, she repeatedly chose men who matched her emotional energy. Loud, explosive, passionate, chaotic, entertaining. That theory became huge online. Especially because Cardi herself built much of her public image around raw emotion, impulsiveness, and realness. Fans loved her because she felt unpredictable and authentic. But critics argued that same personality also attracts relationship chaos constantly. One viral comment read, "You can't build a peaceful relationship off crash-out energy." That sentence emotionally hooked the internet immediately. And then people started revisiting Cardi's past publicly. Her stripper background, her hustle mentality, her aggressive confidence, her relationship history. And according to some relationship commentators online, Cardi allegedly became emotionally conditioned to view struggle, instability, and emotional survival as normal parts of romance. Now, whether that's true or not, the internet emotionally believed it. Especially after Stefan Diggs entered the picture. Because Stefan didn't arrive looking like a safe option. He arrived looking dangerous, stylish, rich, athletic, popular with women. Exactly the type of man critics online claimed Cardi would always choose emotionally. One creator posted, "She doesn't want safe. She wants stimulation." That clip exploded instantly. And honestly, that's when this conversation stopped being celebrity gossip entirely. Now people were projecting their OWN dating trauma onto Cardi's relationship choices. Women defending emotional chemistry. Men discussing accountability. Relationship coaches debating toxic attachment. Podcast creators arguing about high-value men versus Pookie culture. The comment sections became absolute war zones. Especially among black dating discourse audiences online. Because once the phrase, "Pookies always win," entered the conversation, the debate became deeply emotional. Some people argued women secretly prefer exciting toxic men over stable, respectful men. Others argued stable men often weaponize niceness while lacking chemistry, confidence, or charisma. That fight exploded everywhere online. And unfortunately for Cardi, her reunion with Stefan became the perfect symbol for the entire debate. Especially because the timing looked terrible publicly. Stefan had just escaped major public controversies surrounding lawsuits and cheating rumors. Cardi had just gone through non-stop emotional chaos with Offset. And instead of stepping away from drama completely, she walked directly back into another controversial relationship publicly. That's why fans became so emotionally invested. One viral TikTok showed clips of Cardi crying during past relationship drama beside footage of her smiling with Stefan again. The caption read, "She learned nothing." That video crossed millions of views almost instantly. But not everyone agreed with the criticism. A lot of fans defended Cardi aggressively. They argued, women are allowed to date imperfect men. Chemistry matters. Rich successful men cheat too. Nobody dates perfectly. Cardi deserves happiness after surviving public heartbreak. Those debates became massive online. Especially because people started comparing Stefon Diggs to corporate toxicity. Meaning, same chaos, just richer and better dressed. That phrase exploded online instantly. And then came the moment that truly ignited the internet. Mother's Day 2026. Cardi publicly reunited with Stefon at his charity event. Smiling. Touching him. Looking completely comfortable emotionally. And according to social media, that single appearance may have officially proved one thing to millions of viewers online. No matter how much chaos toxic men bring, Pookies always seem to win in the end. The Mother's Day reunion completely changed the internet's opinion overnight. Because once Cardi stepped out smiling beside Stefon Diggs again, a lot of people stopped believing this was just a rebound relationship. Now viewers believed Cardi was emotionally attached to a lifestyle and type of man she may never truly walk away from. And honestly, that realization triggered one of the most toxic online debates hip-hop culture has seen in a long time. Because social media instantly split into two sides. One side defended Cardi completely. The other side said she had just proven every "Pookies always win" argument right in real time. One viral tweet said, "She survived Offset just to fall for NFL Offset." That line exploded across every platform. Especially because Stefon's old controversies resurfaced immediately after the reunion photos dropped. The lawsuits. The cheating allegations. The former chef scandal. The party rumors. The stories involving multiple women. Even old gossip involving male lawsuits started trending again online. And despite all of that, Cardi still looked publicly happy beside him. That's what emotionally broke the internet. Because according to critics online, Cardi wasn't choosing peace. She was choosing excitement. Again. One relationship creator posted, "Some people don't feel loved unless the relationship feels unstable." That clip gained millions of views overnight. Especially among audiences discussing toxic attachment and emotional addiction online. And then came the first major twist nobody expected. People started blaming successful men instead of Cardi. That changed everything. Because some women online argued, stable men often fail in dating not because they are respectful, but because they lack confidence, charisma, emotional intensity, and excitement. That debate became absolutely vicious online. One creator said, "Women don't choose Pookies because they are toxic. They choose them because they make them feel something." That clip detonated across TikTok immediately. And suddenly the conversation evolved into something much bigger than Cardi B. Now people were debating masculinity, attraction, emotional chemistry, nice guys, toxic excitement, relationship psychology, dating standards. The comments sections became war zones. Especially because Cardi's public image perfectly fit the conversation emotionally. Loud personality. Passionate energy. Aggressive confidence. Impulsive decisions. Emotional reactions. According to critics online, Cardi herself embodies chaos energy. So naturally she attracts chaotic men repeatedly. One viral post read, "You can't build a calm relationship when both people addicted to emotional fireworks." That sentence spread everywhere. And then things got much uglier after people started comparing Cardi's relationship choices to trauma cycles. That conversation became dark. Relationship creators argued some people unconsciously choose emotionally unstable partners because peace actually feels unfamiliar or boring psychologically. Now whether that applies to Cardi or not, the internet emotionally believed it instantly. Especially after old clips resurfaced showing Cardi repeatedly forgiving cheating scandals, emotional disrespect, and public humiliation during her relationship with Offset. One TikTok creator slowed down footage of Cardi crying during past live streams beside clips of her smiling with Stefon again. The caption read, She mistakes emotional intensity for love. That video emotionally destroyed social media. And then came another shocking twist. Instead of criticizing Stefan heavily, many male audiences actually celebrated him. That reaction shocked people online. Because according to some men, Stefan Diggs represented proof that dangerous charisma beats stability almost every time in modern dating culture. One creator dramatically said, "Women say they want husbands. Then they choose the guy every father warns them about." That clip exploded instantly. And honestly, that's when this stopped being celebrity gossip entirely. Now it became culture war content. Men versus women. Good guys versus players. Stability versus excitement. The arguments became personal. People weren't just discussing Cardi anymore. They were discussing their OWN exes. Their OWN dating trauma. Their OWN heartbreak. That emotional projection made the story impossible to escape online. And then came the reveal that pushed everything into another level. A blogger claimed people close to Cardi allegedly worried she was emotionally repeating the same relationship cycle with Stefan that she experienced with Offset. No confirmation. No leaked evidence. But the rumor spread instantly because fans already saw the similarities themselves. Public drama. Cheating allegations. Emotional chaos. Toxic attraction. Intense chemistry. One viral comment read, "Cardi didn't break the cycle. She upgraded the package." That sentence emotionally captured the entire controversy. And then another disturbing detail surfaced. Fans started noticing how different Cardi looked emotionally beside stable men compared to controversial men. Around calmer men, Cardi often looked bored or uninterested publicly. Around Offset and Stefan, she looked emotionally alive. Excited. Passionate. Fully engaged. That observation became a huge debate online. One creator posted, "Peace doesn't stimulate everybody emotionally." That clip crossed millions of views overnight. Especially among audiences discussing emotional addiction and chaos-based relationships. But then came the biggest twist yet. Some viewers started accusing the internet itself of romanticizing toxic men constantly while pretending to criticize them publicly. That conversation exploded fast. Because people realized something uncomfortable. The same audiences mocking Cardi for choosing Pookies were also the same audiences obsessively consuming toxic male celebrity content every single day. Offset. Future. NBA Youngboy. King Von. Blueface. Stefan Diggs. The internet constantly criticizes chaos, but also rewards it with attention. That realization genuinely disturbed people online. One viral tweet said, "We shame women for choosing toxic men while making toxic men famous." That line spread everywhere. And honestly, that may have been the deepest point in the entire conversation. Because suddenly viewers weren't just criticizing Cardi anymore. They were questioning modern culture itself. Why chaos gets rewarded? Why stable relationships feel boring online? Why toxicity becomes entertainment? And why Pookies somehow keep winning publicly no matter how many warning signs exist. But just when people thought the debate couldn't get more explosive, a shocking rumor surfaced late one night claiming Cardi allegedly ignored multiple warnings from people around her before publicly reconnecting with Stefan again. And according to social media right now, that rumor may completely change how fans view this relationship moving forward. The rumor that Cardi allegedly ignored warnings before getting back with Stefan Diggs sent social media into complete meltdown mode. Because by this point, people weren't just watching a celebrity relationship anymore. Now they believed they were watching somebody willingly walk back into emotional chaos in real time. And honestly, that's what made the situation so addictive online. The audience already knew the warning signs. The cheating allegations. The lawsuits. The party reputation. The non-stop female attention around Stefan. Yet Cardi still publicly reunited with him anyway. That's why one viral tweet exploded overnight saying, "She didn't accidentally choose a Pookie. She consciously chose one." That line emotionally destroyed the internet. Especially because critics online started arguing Cardi wasn't attracted to stability in the first place. According to relationship creators, Cardi allegedly enjoys emotional intensity too much to feel satisfied inside calm relationships long term. Now, whether that's true or not, the internet emotionally believed it instantly. Especially after people started replaying old Cardi interviews where she openly discussed passion, fighting, jealousy, and emotional chaos in relationships. One creator posted, "Some people confuse turbulence with love because peace feels unfamiliar." That clip crossed millions of views overnight. And then came the shocking reveal that pushed this entire conversation into another level. A celebrity blogger claimed multiple men who previously dated Cardi allegedly struggled with the same emotional cycle. Extreme chemistry at first, then chaos, public explosions, trust issues, emotional burnout. Again, nothing officially confirmed. But the rumor spread fast because viewers already believed Cardi and Offset's relationship operated exactly that way for years publicly. And once Stefan entered the same pattern emotionally, fans started feeling like they were watching history repeat itself again. One viral comment read, "It's not the men anymore. The chaos is the relationship." That sentence spread everywhere. Because suddenly the internet stopped blaming only Offset or Stefan. Now people started questioning Cardi herself, her choices, her emotional patterns, her attraction style. And honestly, that shift completely changed the tone of the conversation, especially among women online. Some defended Cardi aggressively, arguing, "Nobody dates perfectly. Attraction is complicated. Successful men cheat too. Emotional chemistry matters. Women aren't robots." But others admitted something uncomfortable. That many people repeatedly choose relationships that feel emotionally familiar, even when they know they are unhealthy. That discussion became massive online. Especially after clips resurfaced comparing Cardi's emotional energy with Offset versus Stefan. And the similarities looked impossible to ignore. The passion, the intensity, the unpredictability, the ride-or-die energy. According to critics online, Cardi wasn't escaping the cycle at all. She was recreating it with a different man. One TikTok creator dramatically said, "She left the fire just to run into another fire wearing designer clothes." That clip exploded instantly. And then things became much darker after male relationship creators entered the debate heavily. Because now the conversation turned toward female accountability and dating leverage. Some creators argued Cardi had beauty, money, fame, influence, endless options, yet still ended up with men surrounded by controversy repeatedly. One creator said, "If women with unlimited options still choose chaos, what does that tell you?" That clip detonated across YouTube and TikTok immediately. And honestly, that's when this story stopped being about Cardi B entirely. Now it became symbolic. A giant online debate about modern relationships, attraction, and why emotionally unstable men seem to dominate dating culture publicly. But then another twist surfaced that changed everything again. Some women online started accusing men of secretly admiring Pookie behavior while publicly pretending to hate it. That argument exploded fast. Because many of the same male creators criticizing Cardi were also glorifying players, toxic masculinity, emotional unavailability, alpha behavior, multiple women, detachment culture. That contradiction became impossible to ignore. One viral tweet said, "You'll shame women for dating Pookies while teaching boys to become them." That line spread everywhere. And honestly, that may have been the most uncomfortable truth in the entire controversy. Because suddenly both sides looked hypocritical. Women criticizing toxic men while chasing emotional chaos. Men criticizing women while idolizing player culture. The internet became a psychological battlefield. And Cardi B somehow became the center of all of it. But then came the reveal that really reignited the controversy. Fans noticed something terrifying after the Mother's Day reunion. Cardi looked genuinely happy. Not performative. Not forced. Actually emotionally relaxed beside Stefan. That observation emotionally shook people online. Because according to critics, that's exactly why Pookie culture keeps winning. The excitement feels real. The chemistry feels addictive. The emotional highs feel powerful. Even when the long-term outcome usually ends painfully. One creator dramatically said, "Toxic relationships survive because they feel alive." That clip crossed millions of views almost instantly. And then another disturbing rumor surfaced late one night. According to internet speculation, people close to Cardi allegedly worry she could become emotionally trapped inside another long-term cycle of chaos if things with Stefan continue escalating privately. No proof leaked. No insiders confirmed it. But fans instantly believed the rumor because emotionally, it matched everything they already feared about the relationship. And according to social media right now, a lot of viewers believe Cardi B may have just unintentionally proven the one relationship theory the internet argues about constantly. Pookies always seem to win in the end. The moment people started saying, "Cardi proved Pookies always win," the internet completely exploded into gender war chaos. Because suddenly everybody had an opinion. Relationship coaches, rappers, podcasters, TikTok creators, female influencers, men's dating channels. Even celebrity gossip blogs started treating Cardi and Stefan like the symbol of modern dating culture itself. And honestly, the reactions became vicious. One side of the internet defended Cardi aggressively. They argued, women are allowed to choose chemistry. Rich successful men cheat too. Nice guys aren't automatically better. Attraction doesn't work logically. Emotional connection matters more than resumes. But the other side? They treated Cardi's reunion with Stefan Diggs like final proof that many women secretly prefer emotionally chaotic men over stable ones. One viral tweet said, "She had money, fame, beauty, options, and still chose another walking red flag." That post gained millions of views, especially among male audiences already deep into online dating debates. And then came the flood of relationship commentary videos. Creators began using Cardi as a real-time example of toxic attraction, trauma bonding, emotional addiction, chaos cycles, Pookie preference, failed modern relationships. One creator dramatically said, "Cardi doesn't want peace. She wants emotional adrenaline." That clip exploded instantly. And honestly, that statement emotionally hooked millions because viewers started replaying Cardi's entire relationship history differently afterward. Offset, the cheating scandals, the screaming matches, the public breakups, the emotional interviews, and now Stefan Diggs entering the same emotional pattern publicly. To critics online, the similarities looked impossible to ignore. One viral comment read, "She changed the man but kept the same relationship." That sentence spread everywhere. And then the conversation turned toward good men. That's when things became really controversial. Because many male creators argued successful, emotionally stable men allegedly avoid women with chaotic relationship histories no matter how attractive or famous they are. That argument detonated online immediately. Especially after some creators claimed Cardi's fame, beauty, and money still couldn't override what they called relationship instability. One creator said, "Men will date Cardi for fun. They won't trust her for peace." That clip caused absolute war online. Female audiences attacked the statement aggressively. Many argued men constantly praise toxic male celebrities while shaming women for surviving toxic relationships. And honestly, That backlash became huge, especially after women started pointing out how male celebrities with cheating scandals rarely get judged the same way publicly. One viral tweet read, "Offset cheats for years equals normal rapper behavior. Cardi dates another toxic man equals moral failure." That line spread across every platform instantly. And suddenly the debate became much deeper than Cardi herself. Now people were arguing about double standards, dating expectations, male ego, female accountability, emotional trauma, toxic masculinity, relationship power dynamics. The internet became a battlefield, especially because both sides felt emotionally right. And then came another shocking twist. Some female creators admitted the Pookie theory was uncomfortable precisely because it felt partially true. That confession shocked social media. One relationship creator openly admitted, "Excitement and emotional unpredictability can feel addictive even when you know it's unhealthy." That clip exploded overnight. Because for the first time, some women publicly acknowledged that stability alone doesn't automatically create attraction emotionally. That conversation became massive online, especially among younger audiences discussing modern dating honestly. And then Stefon Diggs himself became symbolic. Not just a celebrity athlete anymore. A symbol. The successful Pookie. Rich. Famous. Desired by women. Surrounded by controversy. Yet still winning publicly. One creator posted, "Stefon proves Pookies don't lose. They just level up financially." That clip crossed millions of views instantly. And honestly, that statement emotionally captured the entire internet debate. Because viewers weren't really talking about Stefon specifically anymore. They were talking about a type of man they believe dominates dating culture repeatedly. And then another emotional layer entered the conversation. Cardi's happiness. Because despite all the criticism, fans noticed Cardi genuinely looked relaxed beside Stefon publicly. Smiling. Touching him naturally. Looking emotionally softer than she had during many periods with Offset. That observation complicated everything. One TikTok creator said, "If toxicity was so bad, why does she look happier?" That clip triggered another massive debate instantly. Because critics argued toxic relationships often feel euphoric in the beginning, while supporters argued maybe Cardi simply found somebody she genuinely connects with emotionally. That divide became impossible to settle online. And then came the media split. Mainstream celebrity blogs mostly treated the situation like normal gossip. But independent creators? They turned it into a cultural phenomenon. YouTube channels uploaded hour-long breakdowns titled, "Why Women Choose Pookies." Cardi B proves nice guys finish last. The psychology behind toxic attraction. Why stable men lose dating. Those videos exploded in views. Because beneath the celebrity drama, people were secretly trying to understand their OWN failed relationships. Their OWN heartbreak. Their OWN attraction patterns. That emotional projection made the story addictive. And then another disturbing rumor surfaced late one night. According to internet speculation, people close to Cardi allegedly worry the relationship with Stefon could become emotionally explosive long-term because both personalities allegedly thrive on intensity rather than stability. No confirmation surfaced. No insider proved it. But the rumor spread instantly because emotionally, people already believed it. And according to social media right now, a lot of viewers think Cardi B may have accidentally become the biggest public example yet of why Pookie culture keeps surviving no matter how many warning signs exist. Just when people thought the Cardi B and Stefon Diggs debate couldn't get any more toxic, the internet uncovered something that completely changed the tone of the conversation. Because suddenly, people stopped asking, "Why does Cardi keep choosing Pookies?" and started asking something much darker. What if modern culture rewards Pookie behavior? That question hit social media like a bomb. Because once viewers stepped back emotionally and looked at the bigger picture, The pattern started looking terrifyingly common. The most talked about men online often aren't calm, emotionally stable, disciplined, peaceful. Instead, the internet constantly rewards chaos, arrogance, emotional unpredictability, player behavior, toxicity, controversy. And once people connected that reality back to Cardi and Stefan, everything suddenly looked different. One viral tweet said, "Pookies don't win because women are broken. Pookies win because society keeps making them exciting." That line spread everywhere. Millions of people started debating it instantly, especially after fans noticed something uncomfortable. Every time Cardi dates chaos, the internet becomes obsessed. More blogs, more headlines, more viral clips, more engagement, more attention. One creator dramatically said, "The internet claims to hate toxic men while making them celebrities every single day." That clip exploded overnight. And honestly, that may have been the deepest twist in the entire story. Because suddenly viewers realized Cardi wasn't just trapped in the cycle. The audience might be trapped in it too. That realization genuinely disturbed people online, especially after relationship creators started discussing how social media itself conditions people to associate emotional instability with passion and excitement. One viral TikTok compared stable, healthy relationships vs chaotic celebrity romances. The healthy couples got almost no engagement. The toxic couples? Millions of views. The caption read, "Peace is boring to the algorithm." That video emotionally destroyed the internet. Because for the first time, people weren't just blaming Cardi anymore. Now they were questioning the entire culture surrounding relationships online. And then came the shocking reveal that pushed this debate into another level entirely. A celebrity blogger claimed people close to Cardi allegedly worry she's becoming emotionally dependent on intense relationship dynamics because calm relationships allegedly feel emotionally empty to her over time. Again, no proof surfaced. No insider confirmed it. But social media instantly believed it because emotionally, it matched everything viewers thought they were watching publicly. Especially after Cardi repeatedly returned to men surrounded by cheating rumors, public drama, emotional chaos, controversy, intense chemistry. One viral comment read, "She doesn't trust peace because chaos feels familiar." That sentence spread across every platform instantly. And then things became even more uncomfortable after some men online admitted they also contribute to Pookie culture themselves. Because many male creators who criticize women for choosing toxic men simultaneously glorify emotional detachment, multiple women, alpha, disrespect, nonchalant behavior, player lifestyles. That contradiction became impossible to ignore. One female creator screamed during a live stream, "You'll train boys to become Pookies and then get shocked when women date them." That clip exploded immediately. And honestly, that may have been the moment both sides of the internet realized the problem runs deeper than Cardi B. Much deeper. Because now the debate touched childhood trauma, masculinity, social media influence, celebrity culture, dating psychology, emotional addiction, modern loneliness. And somehow, Cardi and Stefan became the face of all of it. But then came the final twist nobody expected. Fans started noticing something strange after the Mother's Day reunion. Despite all the criticism, despite the backlash, despite the cheating rumors and lawsuits, Cardi looked genuinely happy beside Stefan. Relaxed, excited, emotionally alive. And according to many viewers online, that is exactly why Pookies keep winning. Because logic often loses to emotion. Every single time. One creator dramatically said, "People don't always choose what's healthiest. They choose what feels strongest emotionally. That clip crossed millions of views overnight. Especially because audiences started reflecting on their OWN toxic relationships afterward. Their OWN exes. Their OWN mistakes. Their OWN attraction patterns. That emotional projection made this controversy impossible to escape. And then late one night, a gossip account posted a cryptic message claiming people close to Cardi allegedly fear this relationship with Stefan could eventually become more emotionally explosive than Offset if things continue escalating privately over time. No details leaked. No names confirmed it. But the rumor instantly terrified fans. Because by now viewers already believed Cardi wasn't escaping chaos. She was emotionally addicted to it. And according to social media right now, a lot of people believe Cardi B may have just unintentionally proven the most controversial relationship theory on the internet. Pookies don't just survive in modern dating culture. They dominate it. Now after hearing all of this, do you think Cardi B really proved that Pookies always win? Or do you think the internet is unfairly judging a woman simply for following her emotions and choosing who makes her happy? Because honestly, this debate has completely divided social media. Some people believe Cardi keeps repeating the same toxic relationship cycle over and over again with different men. Others argue chemistry, attraction, and emotional connection are far more complicated than internet relationship advice makes it seem. But the craziest part? After all the cheating rumors, the lawsuits, the public drama, the heartbreak with Offset, and the non-stop criticism online, Cardi still publicly chose to stand beside Stefan Diggs again. That's the detail the internet cannot stop talking about. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Cardi actually likes Pookie energy? Do you believe stable men really lose in modern dating culture? Or do you think social media romanticizes toxic relationships while pretending to criticize them? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments right now because this conversation is getting wilder every single day. And trust me, some of the relationship debates happening online right now are absolutely insane. Also, if you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe because we are following this entire Cardi B, Stefan Diggs, and Offset situation very closely. The second another interview drops, the second cryptic posts start appearing, or the moment more behind-the-scenes details leak about this relationship, you already know we'll have the full breakdown immediately. Because according to social media right now, a lot of people believe this relationship is either going to become Cardi's happiest chapter, or her most emotionally explosive one yet. And if even half the rumors surrounding this situation turn out to be true, then the internet may be talking about Cardi and Stefan for a very long time.